to get right in. Speaking of the Super Bowl, some of this best bets we got for y'all. Try to make y'all a little money. Gonna make it rain on your FanDuel's.
Oh, let it rain.
Run, shake that ass for me. Hey man, we gonna talk about it. What we got for some of these lines, Richie? Go ahead, get into them.
So we'll go ahead and get into it here, and definitely recommend betting on the Super Bowl if sports betting is legal in your state. I use FanDuel pretty much exclusively. I throw a little DraftKings in there, but every app just has insane props. There's just so many different ways to make money. Like you can bet on literally anything in the game. And we got a couple weird ones up here that we'll get into. I mean,
what was the thing you were talking about yesterday for people, new users, new signups? What was the deal there?
Yeah. So FanDuel is doing a fat promotion. Wish we had a promo code for you coming soon. But FanDuel, for new users, you have to opt in when you sign up for FanDuel. You can bet money line, so you're just picking winner of the game, Chiefs or Bucks, plus 5,500 for either team. So you bet $5, you win 275. I mean, it's like I just almost created a new identity to get in on that. Like that's hype. Like if you're not into sports betting, like this is the time to get into it. Like literally $5, you got to pick the winner, but you got a 50-50 shot. I mean, that's just very enticing.
You could put 50 on either other. Like you said, you're going to lose 50 either way, but you're going to make that back and then some. I mean, hey, shout out to FanDuel. They ain't paying us, but we're trying to get you paid. So shout out to FanDuel. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, straight up. So all these odds here are from FanDuel props. So here we go. Let's just get right into it. Up at the top there, we got the boy, Gronky Kong, receiving yards under over 30.5. And that's at minus 110. And like, honestly, you don't want to really go lower than minus 110 to make profit. You're minus 110, you'll make about $9 on your 10. Yeah. So that's what you're looking for. So under over 30 for me, dude, absolute swish bucket, dude. You don't think Gronk's going to get 30 yards in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Tampa's offense, they got a lot of weapons. Obviously, Evans, Godwin, Antonio Brown, even Scotty Miller. You'd think, maybe 30 yards. But like I said, depending on, how Tom Brady comes out and they play this game, like I said, Gronkowski has just been the ultimate safety net. And like I said, if the Bucs defense can do what they need to do to the Chiefs defense, Bucs aren't going to be afraid to come out and do a little dink and dunk. Gronk's going to go ahead and get 30 yards. I think that's a smash.
It feels way too good for sure. And like you said, you're saying safety net. He's Brady's safety net. Dude literally came out of retirement, come catch some balls for that boy. You don't think they're going to try to hook it up again one more time in the Super Bowl? Hey, and then just to speak on your point again, I mean, the Bucs are so good at just using everyone on their offense. Gronk's not excluded from that. So I don't know, dude. 30.5, I feel good about that.
I feel real good about that.
All right, so we'll move on next. This one is 1st to 10 rushing yards. And I only put 3 names up here. But again, on the app, on FanDuel, they have pretty much every player listed on there with their odds, what it would be. So obviously, we got the 2 main backs. We got Leonard Fournette at plus 175. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, that CEH, at plus 450. And then just a sleeper, we were talking about him a little bit in the other video, Le'Veon Bell to get 5,000 or plus 5,500. I mean, that's just fat odds. Obviously, you're gambling here, so keep that in mind. But we're playing 1st to 10 rushing yards. For me, it kind of comes down to who gets the ball first. That Le'Veon Bell one up there, obviously a toss-up. But again, they've just been underutilizing him. And I think Tampa's run game is going to be a huge part of this game. So I don't know. I put literally $1 on that Le'Veon just in case the odds are too fat for me to ignore. But I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire here. I just got a feeling Chiefs are going to get that ball.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's all it's going to come down to is kind of who gets that ball first. I mean, the whole Bell thing, plus the 5,500. I mean, you could throw a little something on there. Why not? With those kind of
and remember, this is for every player. This is literally just the 3 names I put up there. If you think someone's going to go get it before someone else with the rushing yards, go find them.
Yeah, but true. And I mean, I think it's going to come down to whoever gets the ball first. I personally do like that Fournette at the plus 175 just because. Like I said, if Tampa gets the ball first, I do think they're going to try to utilize their run game a little more. And just the fact that Fournette and Fournette himself has been heating up, over this playoff run. And like I said, I think the Bucs are going to utilize every single thing they got on offense, either running, passing plays. They're going to pull every play out of the book, I think. in the Super Bowl game. So I like Fournette. I mean, even Rojo could go ahead and pull that off. It's really just
that's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, you're taking a flyer, and then it's going to come down to whoever gets the ball first. So throw some money down on somebody.
For sure. And to the point you're just speaking here, we're going to go down to our next prop down there. We got more top, aka time of possession, son. And that's going to be the game plan for both of these teams. You know what I mean? They want to keep the ball away from the opposing team, the opposing quarterback. So we got Chiefs have more top -130, and then the Bucks at +100, which I actually kind of lean towards the Bucks here just because I think the Chiefs are so lethal. They're not really known to just slowly drive the ball down the field. They're just kind of get those fat, hot, quick yards, quick tutties. So, I mean, again, literally 50-50 bet here. Chiefs are favorited here to get more time of possession, which, I don't know, in my head, I just feel like it should be reversed. I mean, that's just Tom Brady and the Bucks. I just feel like they're going to be a little more methodical.
Yeah, no, this is a doozy, but I mean, I have to agree with you. I mean, Tom Brady's whole career has been, that kind of style play, just eating up clock. And, I mean, that's especially a lot easier to do when you have a lead. And this game, how that's going to have a lead. It's much more easier to eat up clock. But I mean, that's what I say. I think the Bucks offense as a whole, they're going to look to try to run the ball more. And obviously that eats up time. And that's, like I said, that's been Tom Brady's whole thing, his whole career. And obviously he pretty much runs the offense over there in Tampa. And I think they're going to look to eat some clock up and look to get the running game involved. And then, expect some big shots out of Brady. But yeah, the other side of that with the Chiefs, I don't really see the favorite for that either, just because, I mean, yeah, that offense is so high powered. They can score a touchdown in 3 or 4 plays if they really want to. Where Bucks and Tom Brady, it is more methodical and whatnot. But, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's definitely that's a toughie. I mean, we're obviously gambling here, but I like
the Bucks as the underdog. To me, that's a smash. That's to the moon. The Bucks as underdog because I think they're going to get that anyway. So I would have took them even if they were the favorite. But since they're not, I'll definitely put some money down on that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that. So we'll move on to the next set of bets up here. So this one on top, very interesting. Like I said, you can bet on anything during the Super Bowl. All right, like shit's crazy.
Coin toss, like whatever you want.
Straight up. So we got combined penalty yards. So this is both teams combined, obviously, under, over, 80.5, with the over being -135 favorited and the under being +105. And this is another one where I kind of feel strong about that under. I think both of these teams are pretty good at not getting penalized. Definitely should have looked up some, 2020 season on the penalizations on both of these teams. But at the end of the day, son, famous quote from me right there. This is the Super Bowl, and both these teams are not messing around. You know what I mean? I think if we break 80.5 penalty yards, it's going to be on a gigantic PI call or something. I really don't think there's going to be much offsides, much encroachment. Maybe one roughing the passer we'll see because it is the Super Bowl, but that's a lot of penalty yards from 2 elite teams.
Yeah, see, and like I said, these are 2 very disciplined teams. I think the line right now for penalties total is 11, and I actually like the under for that. So if we're talking,
I like that too.
Combined penalty yards, yeah, I like the under in that. Like I said, I think these are 2 teams that, have been very disciplined throughout the whole year, and it kind of goes back to what I said about the Bucks eating a lot of the clock up. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a lot of penalties in this game at all. Like I said, the line right now is at 11 penalties total. I'm smashing the under on that.
I like that too. Yeah.
I think that's a bucket and a half, dude. Fucking swish.
Yeah, that feels good. I mean, yeah, we said it there. So we'll move on. Next up, we got the opening kickoff. Obviously, after the coin toss, first kick is a touchback. Yes is favored at -310, and then no at +230. And let me sprinkle a little facts in here. Shout out Pat McAfee show. Not like you don't already know what that is, but this is where that information is coming from. So the ball for the opening kickoff in the Super Bowl is a fresh ball. Like, generally speaking, before an NFL game, you got an equipment manager who's on the sideline on both sides getting a bunch of balls ready. They're sitting there squishing in their hands. They're just beating it up a little bit just so it's not as crisp. And that allows them to kick it a little bit further, a little bit harder. And they just don't do that in the Super Bowl. It's literally a fresh, brand new ball. They put it down for the kick. Right after the play, there's a special ball person on the sideline who has to go and retrieve that ball from whoever ref. And that ball goes straight to the Hall of Fame. So, I mean, that's very interesting for me. Another thing that I think is important here, I think if the Chiefs are kicking off and Harrison Butker with that monster boot has a swing at that thing, it's guaranteed a touchback. But I think if, suck up, the Bucks kicker himself gets it, I'm not too confident on that touchback.
Oh, see, yeah, I didn't know all that stuff you just said. That is pretty interesting.
It's so interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison Butker, yeah, he's got that leg on him.
He's got that boot, son.
My only thing with that bet is, things being, if, let's say Butker kicks it off, Bucks get the ball first, just home stadium. I'm not sure of the returner's name, but, even if it could be a touchback, I could see him taking it, man.
Oh, no, they would have to kick it out the back. I 100% agree. You're hyped up in the Super Bowl. You don't think you're about to take that ball at 0-0? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think they could run it out for sure. I mean, like I said, if it is a touchback, you're getting put at the 25-yard line, which I'm sure Brady would prefer you to not fuck that up if you take the shot. But, just the hype of the Super Bowl, the young kick returner, I could see him taking it back. So the opening kickoff being a touchback as a whole, man, I don't know.
Yeah, and another point here, too.
I think go ahead and go with the no on that.
Okay. I think if it is a touchback, they're going to kick it out of the back of the end zone. Because if they kick it anywhere within, that end zone, that 10-yard end zone, they're going to return it. And that might be a game plan going into this from these special team coordinators. They might try to entice the other team to return it just to get down there and cover it, get them, behind that 25-yard.
I don't know, bro. You're just taking it.
The coin flip, etc. But
yeah, I got some lag going on there. Yeah, that's a straight 50-50. Like I said, I don't know. Depends what team's getting the ball first. I think the Bucks, if the ball is not kicked out of the end zone, I think either side is going to look to try to return that sucker. So I don't know. That is definitely.
Yeah, sorry about that. A little bit of internet issues there, but yeah, very interesting. I just don't know if it's going to be in their game plan to try to entice the other team for the return. You know what I'm saying? Kick it a little short, try to cover it, get them behind that 25. I don't know. We'll see what happens, son.
That's a doozy.
So we'll go ahead and move up to our last bet. This is it. We only got 6 for you boys, but like we said, get on some apps, legal in your state, check it out, make some money this weekend. We got Mahomes to throw a third quarter touchdown pass. That easy. Yes, plus 100. No, minus 130. I'm going with yes on this, and my reasoning is the Chiefs are just that third quarter team for me. Oh, excuse me. They've kind of had slow starts throughout this entire season. And, just that third quarter, like, I don't know. The stats must be saying otherwise if they're favorited. Or I'm sorry, they are favored to do it. Or they're underdog to throw the touchdown, excuse me. So the stats might lean away from this, but I say yes, dude. I just feel like, I don't know. I think Patrick Mahomes might throw a touchdown every quarter.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the Chiefs this year averaged 34 points a game, so they're definitely going to score. Like I said, at the end of the day, I think the Chiefs score no less than 28. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be kind of up to the Bucks whether or not they can keep up with that. Like I said, the Chiefs are just one of those teams that whether it's a hot start or a slow start, they come out of the second half with a whole different game plan, and they have been hot in the third quarter. That's usually Patrick Mahomes kind of take over time to either expand the lead or just take off on the other team. So Mahomes to score a third quarter touchdown, I think that's a fucking splash right there, money.